It is investment season, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to make the most stubs we can in the roster update coming out. So in episode number 18 of No Money Spent, we are going to be checking out the best investments you can make for this roster update, future roster updates at every single price point, golds to become diamonds, silvers to become golds, bronze to become silvers. We're going to be covering it all in this video. Have a bunch of players to go over in this video. So if you're excited for this one, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure to go follow me over on Twitch because we had a great stream last night playing Battle Royale. You're all going to be seeing that video later on today on the YouTube channel, and I will be live later tonight playing ranked seasons on Twitch as well. So I hope to see you in the next stream, but I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get it.
Minika, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so high, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming, red button beaming.
So starting episode number 18 here of No Money Spent, this is the team for the offense. Fully diamond here, 90 Trout, Robert, Seiya Suzuki tops now card, Joey Votto, Seager, Lindor, Rafael Devers in the infield, and then Mike Napoli behind the dish. Almost an entire diamond bench, and we could have a full diamond bench if I wanted, but I do like the Brandon Marsh swing, so he's going to be going up against righties for us as our lefty bat coming off the bench. Almost a full diamond rotation here. We have Keuchel, Logan Webb, Justin Verlander, Brandon Webb, and then Hunter Green. He's going to be our only gold in the rotation. Then the bullpen, we have Alvarado, Hader, Devin Williams, Aroldis Chapman, and the 91 overall Steve Cishek. So the bullpen almost fully diamond, rotation almost as well, offense is fully diamond. But in today's video, we are talking about investments to make in Diamond Dynasty right now. In a couple days, if you did not know, we are getting a roster update where some golds could become diamonds, diamonds could become golds if they're playing bad. If you don't know how live series cards work on the marketplace, they are a live series for a reason. So let's quickly go over to the marketplace and filter by live. So the live series cards are the only cards in the game that can go up in overall or down in overall on a given roster update. Cards like Breakout Series, All-Star Series, Face of the Franchise, they will not be affected. But let's say Mike Trout starts playing horribly in real life, right? He's batting 0, he gets no hits, no home runs, nothing. Then Mike Trout's going to go from a 95 maybe to a 90, 85 overall. He's going to drop in overall. But if a player is playing amazing, let's say Mike Trout's batting 1,000 through 20 games, his overall is going to go from a 95 to a 99. Now those were unrealistic examples, but the concept is the same. If a player's playing good in real life, their card's going to go up in overall, which could cause them to go up in value, especially if they're a gold, going to become a diamond, a silver going to become a gold, and if they play bad in real life, they can drop out of diamond, they can drop out of gold, silver, etc. And it is important to note the quick sell values on cards this year is different. I'm going to put a screenshot on the screen for you all right now, which is going to show you the difference between MLB The Show 21 and MLB The Show 22 when it comes to quick sell value. You're going to see some of the overalls in a silver not quick sell for the same amount that they did in last year's game, but a 79 overall is actually going to quick sell for more stubs than a 79 from last year. A gold card at 80 overall went for 1,000 quick sell last year. This year it's only 400. A diamond at 85 was 5,000 last year quick sell. Now it's only 3,000, and then the higher diamonds are going to quick sell for more. So that changes things up for a couple of reasons. Let's say you have a gold card that's only an 80 overall. You didn't make any stubs with that gold card, went from an 80 overall to an 83 overall, but this year that changes. But an 80 to an 85 jump wouldn't make you as much as it did last year, but there's still a lot of good investments to be made. We're going to be going over about 7, 8 cards, some pitchers, some bronzes, some silvers, some golds. But first, I am going to show you guys 2 guys I think that are definitely going to go diamond in the roster update, but I actually wouldn't invest in them because their price is just a little too high right now. The first one is going to be Ozzy Albies. I think he's pretty much a lock right now, tied for second in the league with home runs right now. Very good player. He is playing outstanding in real life right now. Pretty sure he's a lock to go diamond from an 84 to an 85 overall. But take a look at that value right now on this card. He's going to be an 85 overall diamond. So the best quick sell value you can get for Albies is going to be 3,000 stubs. Now if he stays at 5,000, you sell him for that, that's fine. But let's say he goes down in value to around the quick sell and you buy him right now for 5,000 stubs, you're actually going to lose value on the Ozzy Albies. So Ozzy Albies isn't a card I would invest in. Can he go to 6,000, 7,000 stubs? That's fine, but I don't think the risk is worth the reward on Ozzy Albies, even though he is pretty much a lock to go diamond this week. The other one is going to be a starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants, and the same case here with Carlos Rodon for about 4,700 stubs right now, 4,300 if you put a buy order in right now for Rodon. He's pretty much a lock to go diamond this week as well, but again, the risk risk is not worth the reward. In my opinion, I wouldn't waste the stubs and go out and buy Rodon right now with the hopes that he goes higher up. Now, if he gets to a 90 overall later down the road in the year, this investment would be paying off if you got him for 4,000 stubs and he winds up going for 15, 20,000 stubs down the road, which is definitely possible. But for this roster update, I'm going to stay away from Rodon and Albie, see if their price goes down, if they reach Diamond or when they reach Diamond. If they go down, then maybe I'll snag a few, and hopefully in the next roster updates, they can go even higher as a Diamond. Last thing to note before we get into the cards, for no money spent, investments are a great way to make stubs, because if we hit on some of these cards that we're going to talk about in the next roster update or a future roster update, we can make a ton of stubs. We can turn these 40,000 stubs into maybe 100, 200,000 stubs if we hit on the right cards and get good value for those cards. Also, I'm not saying all these cards we're going to talk about in this video are going to go up in this roster update specifically. They can go up in 2 weeks, a month from now, a couple months from now, doesn't matter. Some short term, some long term in this video. And again, these are just my opinion. I could wind up getting these wrong, but let's get into the first card. The first card we are going to talk about here is going to be Cody Bellinger. And Cody Bellinger, is he back? We are about to find out this year, because he is the reigning National League Player of the Week. Man had a 2-home run game last week, looking like old school MVP Cody Bellinger. And I, for one, want to see MVP Bellinger back in his full form here. The drop off the last couple years, we don't know what happened. He was starting off spring training, not looking too good, and the batting average isn't great. And excuse me while I'm going to look at some of the stats to the right side of the screen. Normally don't glance over here, but if you guys see me glancing back and forth, that's because we're checking out the stats for Cody Bellinger. Let's take a look at the OPS for Cody Bellinger. 802 to begin the year. Now, he only played about 17 games, but that is higher than last year, the 2021 season, where he had a serious slump, and the COVID season in 2020, where he had 789 OPS and 542 in 2021. So the highest his OPS has been in about 2 years. We'll definitely take that. Then we're going to take a look here at his OBA. If you don't know what OBA is, essentially it factors in all your offensive contributions into scoring runs for your team. So he has a 356, which is higher than his 2021 of 241, and his 2020 rating of 340. His MVP season, he had 421. So both of those stats, OPS and OBA, two really important stats, are higher than the previous 2 years. So that shows you he is doing better at the plate. He's hitting a good amount of home runs. That power should stay the same, maybe even go up from the 72 against righties, 70 against lefties that we're seeing on the card right now. He also, if we take a look at the fielding stats, has not made one error so far. He has 28 putouts this year, 29 chances, 1 assist, no errors. So we could see a bump up in the fielding, which is already great. But what we want to see from Bellinger, to see him go up in price and go up in value overall, all that stuff, is to see the hitting getting better. And that is what we are seeing. More home runs, OBA is higher, OPS is higher. So that's what we want from Cody Bellinger, because the defense is pretty high up there already. But with that bronze defense, the bad contact right now, and pretty solid power, but not great. If that goes up, that's how you're going to make stubs on Cody Bellinger. Now, Cody Bellinger is a little risky to buy as an 80 overall card right now. So if you don't want to buy him, I'm completely okay with that, because last year we could have quick sold this card for 1,000 stubs, but it's not the same this year. If you quick sell an 80 overall, it's only 400 stubs. So if you quick sell an 84, that's when we would get the value back for Cody Bellinger for 1,200 stubs. Obviously, if he gets the diamond, that's going to be 3,000. So probably a long-term investment here, but more risky. Next card up is not nearly as risky as Cody Bellinger. This card, Eduardo Escobar, you can quick sell if you want for 600 stubs as an 81 overall card. It only costs you about 800 stubs to actually purchase him. Now, I don't know how much Eduardo Escobar can go up in this roster update, but he's definitely somebody to keep your eye on in the next few roster updates, and you're getting him at a pretty good deal, 800 stubs right now. The batting average isn't great, 254, but the rest of the hitting stats, the more advanced ones that we're going to talk about, way better. His OPS is at 390 right now, which is the highest it's been throughout his entire career. Obviously, he's only played 18 games, but still, his on-base percentage is the highest it's been throughout his entire career, 390. So that is showing you something. The batting average might not be great, but he is getting on base at a very good rate. Then we're going to have the OPS, which is also the highest it's been in his entire career. Obviously, he's only played 18 games, but still, highest OPS and on-base percentage of his career. OPS is 834. Then if we take a look once again at the OBA, the highest it's been in his career, 376 for this. He has the best walk rate he's had his entire career, 18.2%. So that shows you how he's getting on base more than he has in his entire career. And his hard hit ball percentage, the highest it's been in his career, 37.5%. So he's hitting the ball hard. He's just not finding the holes, unfortunately, in the field to actually make those into base hits. So he's getting out, but he's getting on base a ton, walking a lot. He's hitting the ball hard, which is what you want from a card that you want to get an offensive boost. And then defensively, he's only made one error out of, I think, 20 chances in the field. So that's not bad. He can get a boost defensively and offensively this week, but maybe in a future roster update, really like Escobar. Up next is going to be another Met, our last gold that we're going to talk about about in this video at the plate. Francisco Lindor, he's somebody to keep your eye on because his hitting stats aren't great, but like Cody Bellinger, a little more riskier than Eduardo Escobar because this gold is an 82 overall that's going to cost you about 2,600 stubs. So you need Lindor to get to a diamond if you want to make any stubs on this card, or maybe he goes up in price, you buy him for 2,500 stubs, then maybe you flip him for 3,000, make a couple hundred stubs on every single Lindor, but you need Lindor to get into diamond to actually make stubs on this card. So he is a little more risky, so I'm not saying go out and buy a ton of Lindors like I'm saying for Escobar and maybe even Bellinger, but definitely somebody to keep your eye on because take a look at the stats here for Lindor. Batting average, best it's been since 2019. The OPP, the on-base percentage, one of the best OPPs he's had throughout his entire career. Then we're going to have the slugging percentage, which is the best it's been since 2019 when he was a member of the Cleveland Guardians. The OPS is the best it's been since 2018. Right now, OPS is 858. Then if we go ahead and take a look at the OBA once again, this is actually the highest it's ever been throughout Lindor's entire career. So that is showing you something. Same thing with his walk rate. He is getting on base a ton. Like Escobar, those Mets know how to walk in the game right now. 11.8% walk rate, 35% hard hit balls. So he's actually not hitting the ball as hard as he was in prior years, but he's getting on base. He's walking a ton. That's going to boost up the contact, discipline, and vision rating for this card, which will definitely help out. The power rating, if he keeps slugging, that will go up too. The only knock on Lindor, if you don't notice, his diamond defense might actually go down because he's made a couple errors this season. So he's a little more risky, but somebody to keep in mind if he keeps slugging at the plate and he gets his defense in order. Now let's talk about a couple silver cards. First one's going to be Josh Bell. I mean, this guy right now is clicking on all cylinders at the plate. Even defensively, he can get a boost because he's made no errors so far at the first baseman spot for the Washington Nationals, and he has common defense. So even if he gets the bronze silver defense, that's going to be a huge bump up for Josh Bell's card. Then at the plate, take a look at the stats right now for Josh Bell. In 71 plate appearances, 345 batting average, 449 on base percentage. The OPS, the highest it's ever been in his career at 949. Then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the OBA. Obviously, that's the highest it's ever been in his career. 420, walking more than he ever has at 14.1%, hitting the ball at a 40.4% hard hit rate. I mean, he's clicking right now on all cylinders. The only thing he's not doing super well right now is actually hitting home runs because you're used to Josh Bell hitting more home runs than 2 in 18 games. So if he starts picking that up, Josh Bell, I think, is a lock for gold this week. The next card we'll talk about here is a starting pitcher that's a silver, 77 overall, Logan Gilbert. And if you don't know right now, this guy's had 4 outings so far this season with 22 innings pitched with a .40 ERA. I don't know how he doesn't reach at least gold this week. 81, 82 overall if I'm SDS. I'm bumping him up 4, 5 overall ratings. And if he keeps like this going into the next roster update, he can easily reach 83, 84, maybe even diamond. If he keeps that ERA under 1, under 1.25, I would give him diamond if I'm being completely honest. 7, 8 starts, I would give him diamond at that point if he keeps that ERA under a 1, but no doubt in my mind is Logan Gilbert getting to at least a gold this week, but he is an expensive silver right now for 1,000 stubs. So you are hoping if you're buying Logan Gilbert for 1,000 stubs, he keeps doing what he's doing, and by the next roster update, that ERA is staying just about the same, and hopefully he can get to diamond. Next up is going to be Pablo Lopez, very similar to the Logan Gilbert situation. Both silvers, both about 1,000 stubs right now. Pablo Lopez with a .52 ERA. Then you're going to have the innings pitched 17.1, so a little bit of a higher ERA than Gilbert and a little less innings pitched than Gilbert here, but he's also having a great start to the season. This is another card I can easily see getting to gold in the roster update this Friday, but like Gilbert, 1,110 stubs. I would actually buy Gilbert over Lopez because Gilbert's cheaper, better ERA, more innings pitched, so I would go with Gilbert over Lopez, but he's still a really good card. Next card we are going to talk about here is going to be a long-term investment, and the reason for that is because 66 overall Adam Sandberg, I don't know if you all know this, but right now as a reliever coming out of the bullpen for the Blue Jays, he leads the league in wins. He leads the league in wins as a reliever coming out of the Blue Jays bullpen right now with 4 wins, 0 losses. He has a 2 ERA with 9 innings pitched, giving up 6 hits, 2 earned runs, and 1 home run through 9 innings. That's pretty solid for a reliever. For a reliever to lead the league in wins, I have to imagine he's going to go up in overall going into the roster update, and I doubt he's going to get to silver because I don't think he's going to go from a 66 overall to a 75 overall in one shot. But to keep your eye on him, he's only about 30 35 Stubs right now with a buy order. For the fact that he leads and wins, pretty solid ERA in the bullpen. I might go and pick up some Adam Simbers, especially if you don't have the most Stubs. Last card up is going to be another bronze, another guy with a great ERA right now in the league, and that is 71 overall Dylan Bundy. Unlike Simber, he only has to go up 4 overall ratings to get to a 75 and make this investment worth it. Make him get to a silver, and maybe even gets up to a high silver, 76, 77, 78. Right now, the guy has a .59 ERA through 15 innings of work, giving up about 10 hits, 12 strikeouts in 15 innings. So the Ks per 9 and hits per 9 would definitely like that to be a little bit higher in real life, because I don't know how much of a bump up he's going to get in those stats. And we do need those stats to go up in rating for this card to really reach that high silver threshold. But definitely another guy to keep your eye on. Very, very cheap as well, about 100 Stubs. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the video today. Episode number 18 of No Money Spent here in Diamond Dynasty. If you enjoyed the video and you found it useful, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.